Okay, we're live. That's you.
Oh. All right, I am told we are live and things are told. There we go. I'm told we are live. Things should have worked. It sounds like we're picking up audio this time. Anyway, so see, that was a pretty seamless transition. I think hopefully we'll give everybody a second to get things flipped over, load things up. But we are here with Kara, right? From Kara's
Arts and Crafts.
Arts and Crafts, that's what it was. I was trying to remember exactly. I apologize.
No, that's totally
fine. Run it down, and I want to get it right. They gave me a hard enough time remembering the pause, and claws. It's tricky. It's tongue twister. Yeah. So, I understand it looks like we've got some really fun stuff up on the docket here. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you do, and then I will hand things over, and you can, show us.
Okay, I'm going to be demonstrating 2 different acrylic pours today. I teach classes at the Foundry on this. It's a nice, messy, fun kind of time.
Yeah, so for the Foundry, for maybe people who don't know, it's the old Studio 1219, right?
Yes, it is. It got switched over during the pandemic. Carol bought it. You might have seen her earlier demonstrating her stuff from the Hallway Escape. So she owns that building too. And you can rent out that place, and that's where I do my classes at too.
It's a really neat place. It's a pretty historic building. It's actually one of the buildings we talk about on our one of our trolley tours, our Murder and Mayhem tour. Actually. That's a stop, that building. It's kind of a fun one.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you the story. It's a good one. So, I think without any further ado, we have actually plenty of time. We are running actually now a little bit ahead of schedule, getting things all worked up. And actually, I think before you get started, we're going to throw things back over to our announcers who are signaling me. So I'm going to let Lear throw things back over to him in just 1 second. We're going to get one more update from our generous sponsors who is making this happen, as well as all of the kind donors.
Well, thank you very much, Andrew. And this half hour is being sponsored by Huron Modular Homes. And when you're looking for a reliable,
no problem. Thank you guys for having me.
Manufactured home dealer or a Michigan builder of prefab homes who uses brand name components to construct the highest quality of modular homes possible, you can depend on Huron Modular Homes. After 30 years of delivering quality, Huron Modular Homes can make your dreams come true. New homes start at just $100,000. Huron Modular Homes has financing options available also, so don't let money stop you from planning your dream home. Call Huron Modular Homes today at 810-294-1334. That's 810-294-1334. Or visit online at HuronModularHomes.com.
All right, thank you so much, Van. So I'm going to let you do this art. Again, huge thank you to Huron Modular Homes. I think this kind of art is the kind of thing that makes a house into a home, right?
Exactly.
People like to put art up in their home, really makes it feel cozy. So this looks like something, like you said, you could do at the Foundry, take back to your own house and decorate it. And I like to be modest, but I don't have a false sense of modesty. I have a very nice tuxedo on, so I'm going to get well away from the paint and let the experts handle this, because I know as soon as I get close, it's always a mess. So with that, take it away.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for having me today. It's an honor to come down here and help out the museums. So today we are doing acrylic pours. I'm going to show you how to do 2 different techniques. So this over here, if you can't see, this is a clean pour. Now the difference between these 2 techniques is just how you pour them. So this is a clean pour, and this is a dirty pour. So normally you pick between 3 and 4 colors. You can do more. It gets a little bit trickier after that. So I have my 4 colors here all set up. 2 of them are already pre-mixed, and this one is not. If you can see, I have my paint on the bottom. There is glue and there is water. And the reason we add glue and water is this is actually red, white, and blue, but it's done without glue. This is the same kind of pour, red, white, and blue, but there's glue in it. For some reason, glue helps keep the colors separate so they don't run together and make this pink and this one, so this red could stand out on its own. So like I said, I have these colors that are already pre-mixed, so I'm just going to shake this one up. In the consistency that you want, is kind of like a pancake batter. Normally I do these in cups. This is just easier to transport today. Because you want it kind of liquidy to be able to run off the surface of the canvas, but not too much that it all goes away. I'm going to put on some gloves here. Actually, wait. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tops off of these, and I'm going to add WD-40 to each of them. And the reason I add WD-40 is, you can see in this one, all of these cells that are here, that's what creates it. So I'm going to add WD-40 in, and at the end, I'm going to end up blowtorching it. And that's what pops the bubbles so you can see the different color underneath. You don't need a lot, but I'm going to screw these on once again and just shake them a little bit to mix that WD-40 in. Okay, like I said, the first one that we're going to do is called a clean pour. So I have my 3 colors that I'm going to do for the first one. And I have my canvas down here. Now there's one of 2 ways that you can do this. You can either pour lightest to darkest or darkest to lightest in the bottom of your cup. It depends on what way you want to do it. If you want to have your white be on top, because for this one we are going to flip the cup on the canvas. So do you want the white on or mostly blue? I think I'm going to do mostly blue on top, so I'm going to pour some dark blue into this cup. Then my medium blue, and you're just going to layer them on top of each other. And then my white. So then now I have my canvas here. I'm going to hold it from the bottom, tip it onto my cup, turn it, tap a bit to get all the paint to the bottom, and when you're ready, you release. And then we just tilt around to cover all the corners of our canvas. And sometimes maybe you didn't pour enough paint like I just did. That's why we always sleeve extra. And you can just pour some more on your sides. Or if you didn't like that there wasn't enough white over in this corner, you can pour more white over there. So we're just going to let it slowly drip off the sides of the canvas. And you can see some of these cells are already starting to form even without me hitting with the blowtorch. I'm just going to tap and help spread the paint along the edges. Especially if you are not going to frame this and hang it on your wall, make sure you cover the edges. It'll give it a more finished look. So this is it without hitting it with the blowtorch. Now, let me lay this down. Take this glove off. And this is our finished piece as of right now. Now this still can change in the next 12 hours as that WD-40 evaporates, so it could create more cells in the future. So we'll set that off to the side to dry. It takes roughly about 24 hours for paint to dry on this kind of acrylic pour. So now, the next one I'm going to do, I don't know if the lid went. Well, whatever. Is a dirty pour. So this one is kind of layered the same way. This time I am going to add 4 colors though. So rearrange them. I have a different cup here. I'm going to do white. Now this still has the water and glue mixture in it. It still has the WD-40. But the way we pour this one is going to be different than our clean pour. And then some light blue. And dark blue. So like I said, you can pour it one of 2 ways, either going from your lightest color to your darkest or darkest to lightest. It just depends on what color you want to be on top, because now my white is going to be on top. So for this one, I'm not going to flip and pour. We are actually going to pour it from above. You can do it several ways. You can zigzag it, you can swirl it, you can do stripes. It all depends on you. So for this one, I think I'm going to try and swirl it from the inside out. And then we tilt the same as before. Wow, this one's cool. It almost looks like a geode with all those lines. Okay, and we've covered all the corners of our canvas. So then again, I'm going to set it down, grab my torch, and we're going to fire it. And this is our second piece, and this again is the dirty pour. So we pour this one from above, and our other one was the clean pour that we flipped over in a cup. If you're going to do this at home, I would recommend using acrylic paint. Using dollar store paint or kids paint is going to eventually crack your paint, and it's not going to last as long in your home. There are so many different ways to be able to do this, and I'm going to be teaching a brand new class starting in January on how to do a strainer pour. So tune in for that at the Foundry. You can always look it up on Foundry's What's Going On page. And I also have my own page. It's Clair's Arts and Crafts on Facebook. And another thing to consider when doing acrylic pours is your color wheel. So this is just a basic color wheel. You've probably seen it in school. Just know that red, blue, and yellow are your primary colors. They are the colors that make up every other color. So normally when you're looking at the wheel, the color that is across from it is what goes best. So I used this dark blue and this yellow in our second pour, and you can see that they're pretty much straight across from each other, so they are complementary colors. They're colors that are going to look best together. So I would take that into consideration when doing your own. Other than that, I think that's it. Sorry. A bunch of paint. Sorry.
All right. Get my mic back on here. Well, thank you so much. It was really fun to kind of watch this. We were making sure everything is working, and it's all coming through, I think.
That's good.
Loud and clear. So everyone got a chance to see this. So do you have a preferred, you're talking about the complementary colors. Do you have a favorite, or,
Yeah, my favorites are the blues. I think
You
they
like the
look
blues?
Yeah, I think they look best together, especially dark blues and light blues. And like I said, with yellow and blue, it's a complementary color on the other side of the spectrum, the wheel.
Well, and that works really well for, any of the U of M fans,
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure. Yes, U of M.
They're going to like that. I know a lot of them are pretty excited these days. So I think with that, we're going to maybe throw things back over to our booth.
Thank
But
you.
thank you so much for coming in and sharing this. I think people are going to be excited. Hopefully you get some bites, some takers on your class. And again, remind everyone when that class is and how they can sign up.
So I'll have my next one probably mid to late January. It'll be at the Foundry. If you check on the Foundry's What's Going On page, you can learn more. Or follow my page on Facebook. It's Kara's Arts and Crafts, and that'll be posted there.
So Kara's Arts and Crafts, check out the Foundry. Again, a huge thank you to Carol Hall at the Foundry. She was here earlier, so it's very helpful, very fun to work with, and really close. This is all right in close. So again, thank you, but I think we're going to throw things back over to our announcer booth for maybe just another quick ad break, and then I think we might even have another fun artifact to share.
Ooh.
So I will toss it back over that way.
All right, thank you, Kara, and thank you, Andrew. This portion of the telethon is being sponsored by
No,
Huron
you're fine.
Modular
I think I
Homes.
talked too fast.
When
I
you're
was like,
looking for a reliable Michigan modular or manufactured home dealer, or a Michigan builder of prefab homes who uses brand name components to construct the highest quality modular homes possible, you can depend on Huron Modular Homes. After 30 years of delivering quality, Huron Modular Homes can help make your dreams come true. New homes start at just $100,000. Huron Modular Homes has financing options available also, so don't let money stop you from planning your dream home. Call Huron Modular Homes today at 810-294-1334. That's 810-294-1334, or visit HuronModularHomes.com.
All right, thank you very much for that sponsorship commercial. I want to do a quick reminder that we are handing out special limited edition coffee mugs with any donation $50 or more. So please, look into donating as much as you can. We really appreciate all of your support in all of this. We will be having a collections video coming up next, and again, stay tuned. We've got so much more coming, and we really appreciate all of your support today.
Yeah, so we have, as Veronica was just saying, Lear's keying things up here. We've got Collections 101. So this year's theme, of course, is all about collections. We've talked about it a little bit. Museums are well known for collections. I mean, what is a museum without its collections, right? And at Port Huron, we have everything from thimbles on up to the entire building. So who better to tell you about this than our collections manager, Kayla? And she was talking to our very own Stacy Dimmer. And I think if Lear has that good to go, we took a little bit of time out of last week. We knew today was going to be so busy. So enjoy this little lesson, and we'll be right back with some more.
Hi, my name is Stacy Dimmer, and I am responsible at the Port Huron Museum for coordinating our volunteers and processing our rentals. I'm here today to ask some questions about the inner workings of our archives and our antiquities. So Kayla, are you ready for some questions?
I'm ready.
Now, your role here is you're the curator in exhibits. What does that entail and what does that mean?
Yeah, so my name is Kayla Wendt. I'm the curator of collections and exhibits for the museum. So that means I handle our historical collection, all of our artifacts, and I also play a part in researching, designing, and implementing our exhibits. So a lot of that happens here at the Carnegie Center, but it also happens at our other satellite sites as well, at the Thomas Edison Depot Museum, the Fort Gratiot Light Station, and the Huron Lightship. So I play a part in handling the collection and dealing with the exhibits at all of the museum sites. So being the curator of collections means that I'm responsible for the care and the keeping of all of our historical items. The museum actually has over 20,000 artifacts in our collection, so it's a big job to keep up with the care and the keeping and the storage of all those items. So I also deal with incoming donations, loans, research requests, and storage needs for the whole collection.
Okay, and my understanding is one of our focus for the fundraiser right now is visible storage, is that called?
Yes.
Like, what is that and why do we need it here?
So visible storage is kind of a trend right now in the museum world where we are pulling items out of our locked storage rooms that nobody gets to see and putting them out into glass cases where people can see them when they come to the museum, even if they aren't on permanent exhibit. So we're in the process of transforming our basement at the Carnegie Center into a visible storage space. So we have been a repository for donations for many years, and we're very lucky to have such a large collection, and that collection is still growing every day. So it's a solution for maximizing the space for our items and also giving the community a chance to see a lot of our collection that is otherwise behind closed doors. So one of the big things that we're hoping to fundraise for is actually purchasing some of these glass storage cabinets. They're lockable, they're completely glass, they're really safe for the items, and they would also do well at putting items out into the public eye even when they aren't on display.
Now, are those two-sided that you can see
They
from
are,
both
yes.
sides?
You can see them 360 degrees. So that's a really cool feature of them also. We have a few cases that are glass that are on display right now. These are actually beautiful cabinets that were donated to us, so we didn't purchase these, but we are using them to kick off our visible storage project. And you can see our collection of Delftware is in them right now.
Were those all in the closet back there?
Yes, so all of
Wow.
these pieces, actually, this is about 6 boxes full of historical materials. Obviously, when things are packed away, they're done so very carefully, so only a couple items can fit in a box, and our room is very full. So we were able to empty about 6 boxes just to fill these 3 cases. So we're looking to purchase some more of those entirely glass cases to put out into the basement to continue this kind of theme of pulling things out that people wouldn't have seen and clearing up some space for our incoming donations.
So when the public comes in to see our exhibits, they're going to be able to wander down here in the basement and see what the collections are?
Yes.
Now, are they going to be labeled or stories or just simple or categorized?
It won't be as much of a narrative as our permanent exhibits are that are upstairs right now, but we will have a bit of a sheet on each cabinet that lists which items are in the cabinet. It won't really have a particular story to go with any of them because it really is our storage space. But the cool part is that you get to see it while it's sort of waiting to be put on display. So it will have a little bit of information just to tell you what's in each case, but that's about it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're really excited about these kinds of cabinets. We're kicking off the Visible Storage Project. And just to give you a better idea of all the things that we could be pulling out by purchasing these cabinets.
So Kayla, it looks like this over here, it just arrived. What's this all about and what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, so this was a very recent donation, actually from the Domtar paper mill, which is unfortunately going out of business. And this is a really good example of why we need museums to begin with. We have the chance to be stewards of history. We're preserving the stories and the artifacts of people and industry that have been in this area for hundreds of years. So it's a really important job to preserve these stories. So this particular collection just came in, so it will go through the normal process of inventorying, cataloging, assigning a different collection for everything.
Every single piece is going to be touched and looked at and talked about?
Yes,
Wow.
so that's how we deal with intaking all of these
Okay.
items. It's definitely a big job, but it's so important. And we'll go through, we'll inventory every piece, and then it will move into probably storage or exhibit space. But this is another good example of why we're looking at this visible storage project, because we have huge collections like this that need a home and storage. And we can move these items into our storage room when we bring out some other items to put into the glass cases, or if we have some items for the glass cases, these can go into those as well. So it's just a really good example of the importance of not only preserving these stories and the history of the area, but also the importance of having appropriate storage and visibility for the items.
Okay, speaking of storage, what's all the stuff on the shelves?
Yes, so
That
this
looks fun.
is a recent project.
Of yours?
Yes, this is a recent project of mine, and it has sort of kicked off this whole storage project. These white boxes are full of our garment collection, all of our textile materials. So we have all new acid-free, appropriately stored boxes for all the materials. There are only a couple items in each box, so everything's really safe and nicely preserved. And they have all made their way onto the shelves, and most of them are labeled, at least temporarily.
So what are the stickers and the colors about?
So I use those as a temporary means of labeling everything. So the blue sticker lists generally what's in the box. This box is full of black dresses. And then the purple sticker actually lists the specific item number for each item in the box.
Each item has a number?
Each item has a number.
Wow, that's a lot of numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it was a big job. And this actually came about sort of after the Threads exhibit was taken down. And I realized that we really needed to inventory our clothing collection because that was something that had not been gone through in a little while. So a lot of these pieces were recently on display, and some of them have moved into these boxes of storage from over the years. So this is another big storage project that is pretty much complete. We'll get some different labels over time, but everything is easily located.
So this is a huge project that the museum just completed to move forward.
Yes,
Wow,
we're really
okay.
excited. It's a big step in our storage project. It uses a lot of unused space, using our shelves on the walls like this. So we still have plenty of room for all of our glass cases. So we're really looking forward to getting that going.
Great. Now, are any pieces of clothing going to be on display?
They may be. Like I said, it really depends on what our current exhibit is. So
Okay.
we just had our Threads exhibit, so clothing that's in these boxes probably won't come out for a little while. We try to rotate every so often so that everything gets to see the light of day.
And everything is categorized?
Yes, so everything in the boxes and that will go into the glass cases has been cataloged. It has an item number. We know where it is. We know how to find it. And we try to keep the like items together.
Awesome. Kayla, I saw this and it really made me think of my sterling silver at home.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I pull out the silver, it's dirty. And if I'm having people over, I want it to look nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I clean it all the time. But a museum piece, is that something you want to clean? Because I see this is a little aged there.
Yeah, so when we accept historical materials, we're often accepting them in the condition that they're in. When it comes to preservation, you actually don't want to clean or handle historical items as much as you do your items at home. So actually we do typically wear gloves when handling these kinds of pieces. This silver, you wouldn't want to polish it. The oil from your hands and the oil from the products actually deteriorates the finish, and it makes it less historically valuable. So we stay away from doing that. We do obviously lightly dust and clean up things that are on display, but we don't give it the same kind of cleaning that you may at home.
So dirt is good.
Yes, we want to keep it historical.
Okay.
So yeah, we wouldn't polish this the way that you polish your silver. Sometimes items do need a bit of restoration or preservation work just to preserve the integrity of the item. If one of our historical pieces is really falling apart, for lack of a better term, over time, we would definitely repair it in order to preserve it. We would rather do some small preservation efforts in order to preserve it for the longevity of use. So that's pretty common in garments or textile materials. Just over time, they can deteriorate faster. So we would definitely do a bit of preservation on those kinds of things.
Now, would you clean those items at that time or just leave them as is and just do preservation?
You don't typically clean them. It would
Okay.
mostly be preservation. We can sometimes do some steaming of garments, say if we're putting them up on display. So we could steam them just to get them all
Okay.
smooth and nice and ready for exhibit, but we don't do the kind of cleaning that you do with your regular everyday items.
Kayla, you mentioned there's over 20,000 pieces in inventory in the museum. What's the process for getting these items in here?
Yeah, so the museum opened in 1968 and we had a pretty large collection to start with. And over the years, we have just been accepting donations from people in the community. So our mission at the museum is to preserve and illuminate the stories of Michigan and the Great Lakes through the voices of the people of the Blue Water area. So all of our items have that as a focus. We really try to keep our collection local and personal in that way. So if you were to come in and make a donation, we would be in contact, you and I.
Okay.
Early on, you would give us a call. Then you would maybe send me some photos of the items you're considering to my email address and a little bit of background on it. One of the important things in the museum collections world is something called provenance, which means the origin of the item.
Okay,
And
I've heard
everything
that
you
before.
know about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you can send me that information early on, I'll have a better idea of if it would fit into our collection. So at that point, if I've decided, yeah, this seems like something I'd like to see, it could really benefit the collection, you can bring it by and drop it off and make an outright donation. And it's just one sheet of paper that you have to fill out. It's just a quick receipt that gives me your contact, a little about the item, and then you sign it. We both sign it. From there, the item goes to our staff collections committee for review, which is myself and a couple other museum staff members, to determine if we definitely think the item fits in our collection. From there, if we give it the okay, we send it on to the overarching collections committee, which then decides which museum collection it will go into. So we actually have at least 3 museum collections. The one would be our permanent collection versus our exhibits collection versus our education collection. So items can go into any of those categories, and they can be moved around over the years. If we accept an item that is extremely relevant to our current exhibit, it would go into our exhibits collection.
I see.
But perhaps when the exhibit is done and we still want to keep the item, we'll transfer it to the permanent collection.
No wonder you need more storage.
Yes, very much. So the collections committee makes those decisions about where it ends up. And from there, it joins our collection permanently. The donor gives us the rights to the item, and we are then responsible for the care and keeping of the item. So that's a little bit about how that works, and that's how we've gotten thousands of items over the years.
So what you're telling me, this 1909 coffee can, what would you do with it?
Well, if you brought that to me and said, I found this in my yard today, but you live in Port Huron, you know, you may be locally connected to it, but you don't really know anything about it. And I'm not able to determine anything about it from its label. It's not particularly significant to the stories we're telling here. I may say, thank you very much for thinking of us. I don't think this fits within our collection. I may give you a couple options if it was a really relevant historical item of other museums to reach out to, or antique shops and things like that if you're really looking to pass it on.
The Coffee Can Museum.
The Coffee Can Museum would love it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what about this? If I brought this to you, obviously it's a bottle, but
Yes.
I don't know anything about it.
So if you brought this to me, this actually I happen to know is one of our shipwreck artifacts. So if you brought this to me and said, I pulled this up from the lake, from the Regina shipwreck from the storm of 1913.
Wow.
I'd like to donate it to the museum. I would say absolutely. We would have a conversation about how you retrieved it, the provenance of the item, but it certainly fits in our collection. So from there, I would just simply say, please fill out this quick form, and we're happy to accept it permanently.
Now, what's the difference between donating something to the museum versus loaning something to the museum? Is there a different process? Or?
A little bit of a different process. So when you make a donation, it's just an outright donation. The museum then owns the property, it owns the materials, and you don't get it back.
Okay.
If you want to loan an item, we usually do those when it is specific to a current exhibit, or you have a specific time frame for how long you'd like to loan the item. If you only want to loan it for a year so that people can see it and then you'd like it back, we can arrange that. That would be a loan. So for example, we had our threads exhibit, our historical clothing exhibit, a few months ago here, and after it opened, we actually had a few inquiries of people saying, I have something really cool that I think fits in your exhibit. And so they loaned it to the museum for 6 months. It's a slightly different form, but again, it's just one piece of paper. Nothing too
Okay.
crazy, but like I
Easy.
said, it's really common if we have something particular on exhibit that you'll loan something for the length of the exhibit. So that's the difference. Most people choose to do an outright donation when they're looking to entirely hand the item over, but we can do some loans as well.
Okay, and you're the point person on all of this?
Yes,
Okay.
I would be in touch.
Telethon 2021. And if you're looking for a reliable Michigan modular manufactured home dealer or a Michigan builder of prefab homes who uses brand name components to construct the highest quality of modular homes possible, you can depend on Huron Modular Homes. After 30 years of delivering quality, Huron Modular Homes can help make your dreams come true. New homes start at just $100,000. Huron Modular Homes has financing options available also, so don't let money stop you from planning your dream home. Call Huron Modular Homes today at 810-294-1334. That's 810-294-1334. Or visit online at HuronModularHomes.com.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for that sponsor update. I will go ahead and check my numbers really quickly. And I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has donated so far. We are at $1,367. Thank you, everyone. So we're slowly filling up that thermometer. And this year, if you guys haven't heard yet, we are raising funds for the care and keeping of our collections. Obviously, as a museum, that is our main purpose is to protect our collections. And I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Kayla, our curator of collections and exhibits, to go ahead and give us a little spiel on one of our artifacts.
Yes, thank you so much. So this is a Odell Typewriter number 4. It is from the early 1900s. So this is a bit of an indexing typewriter. It's a little bit different than the traditional typewriters you're used to seeing. It would be owned by someone who wouldn't have to do as much typing as a regular person. A lot of farmers and businessmen like that would have an indexing typewriter like this. And you'll notice that the keys are arranged not in the typical QWERTY fashion that we're used to. A lot of early manufacturers of typewriters arranged them in a way where commonly used letters were not next to each other because it was easy for these machines to jam, and it was happening a lot when all of the vowels were next to each other and commonly used keys. So the layout is a little bit different than what we're used to, but it's pretty cool to take a look back and see the origins of our modern day computers.
Awesome. Thank you, Kayla. What year is that from?
Early 1900s for this one.
Wow. Okay, great. And then when was it accepted into our collection?
This was accepted into the collection in the 1970s.
Okay, do we know the donor?
I don't have it
I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the
Sorry.
spot. I know that. Well, thank you very much. And this is just kept in our collection. And what's your part of the job in while it is in our storage?
Yeah, so I'm in charge of the care and keeping of the collection. We go through and inventory everything, make sure everything is safe and clean and stored properly. And then we also keep track of the number, the accession number that all the items have, and that they're stored with like items. So we keep an eye on all of our items while they're in storage, and we're really excited to bring the visible storage project downstairs to the basement down there. So we can bring some of our items out that are in storage so people can still see them when they're wandering through.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe if we're able to further our visible storage goals, this one will be one of the things that you can see on exhibit in our storage.
Could be.
Thank you, Kayla.
Thank you.
All right, I'm also going to take it back for one more sponsor read. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors, but especially this one.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Veronica. And this half-hour sponsor is CSL Plasma. And you can earn up to $300 per month by donating plasma. What is plasma? Plasma is the liquid portion of your blood and is the key ingredient for products crucial to treating patients suffering from a host of life-threatening conditions. Plasma helps create life-saving therapies for people around the world and right here in your neighborhood. Thanks to your plasma donation, people can live healthier, happier lives. So feel good and save a life by donating plasma at CSL Plasma, Fort Gratiot. Saving lives one donation at a time. Visit them online at cslplasma.com. That's cslplasma.com.
Perfect, thank you. And just a reminder, give us a call at 810-982-0891 to donate today. Go to our website, that's www.phmuseum.org. We appreciate all of your support. Andrew. Okay, perfect.
All right, well, I am over here in our South Gallery, and I gotta tell you, it's a rare day that I don't maybe have the loudest outfit in the room. It doesn't always happen, but I am here with Miss Michelle and some of her friends, and Miss Michelle's here from Wonderwolf Entertainment. I know you've got a whole box of really fun-looking things here.
I do. Hi, my name is Michelle, Miss Michelle from Wonderwolf Entertainment. I do face paint, balloon twisting, glitter tattoos, games, parties, dance classes, balloon decor, all sorts of fun stuff. And I brought a few of my little friends today to do some face painting. Are you guys ready to get going? Ready to get some paint on your face? Okay, who should I paint? I'm going to paint Emmy, and then I'm going to paint Lily, and then I'm going to paint Eve. Okay, should we put on a little music? Okay, let's do it.
All right, well, take it away.
All right, Miss Emmy. Emmy, what would you like painted on your face? Emmy, hi. Can you wave hello? Daisy, what would you like painted on your face? Would you like to be a mermaid? A mermaid? Okay.
Here we go.
That sounds good.
Extra little thing for
Oh, thank you.
Yes, we just want to put that anywhere we
Oh, a
want.
lavalier.
Right there, yes.
Woohoo! You guys see my
We're
microphone?
practicing sharing today.
Oh,
with our
boy.
technical difficulties. So.
Okay. All right. Where should I clip this? Right here? Right here? No, right here. Okay. Miss Emmy is going to be a mermaid today. Let's see. Which color would you like? Ooh, tricky choice. Right there? This one? This one. This one. This one. That one. That one. Okay. What do you guys think? I think this is my favorite. Yeah? A little bit of water. All right. Now, these three gals are in my dance classes at Port Huron Rec Department on Wednesdays. And we are about to have our show coming up soon, aren't we? Yes, we are. In 2 weeks, we have our show. Close your eyes. Okay. Let's see. Mermaid, mermaid, mermaid. Whoop, pardon me. Okay. We always start with a few wings. What do you guys think? Oh, thank you, thank you. You like that color?
I want green.
You want green. Okay, you can point to what you would like. Okay. Now, I don't just teach at the Port Huron Rec Department. I teach at St. Clair Rec Department. I teach at Foundry. I teach Mommy and Me classes. I teach little kids ballet and tap classes. And lots of fun stuff. Uh-oh, that one got a little funny. We're going to have to. We're going to have to do something fancy there. Okay. Close your eyes. A little bit of sparkle. Sparkle's my favorite color. Okay. Now, we need a seashell. Now, Lily and Eve, tell me, what is your favorite color? Can you say it really loud?
Rainbow.
You like rainbow. Rainbow is her favorite color.
Rainbow too.
You like rainbow is your favorite color?
I like something very good on my face.
You like something very good on your face?
Yeah, very good on my face. I like mermaids too.
You like mermaids
mermaids
too? I think mermaids and unicorns and fairies are my favorite. What about you? Yeah? Okay, let's get this pretty seashell. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, ta-da! Ooh, so pretty. Okay. Now, one thing that I have coming up, not just a face painter and a balloon artist, but I've been working with Foundry to create an awesome family holiday experience over at Foundry. We're opening this Friday. It's called the Wonderland Walk, and anybody can come. It costs $8. We created a huge, fantastical snow forest and a life-size gingerbread house and another Christmas tree forest and a Santa's workshop for you to come walk through. And then I will be there painting faces on Fridays and Sundays. And there'll be crafts. I even heard there might be a special visitor. Do you guys know what kind of special visitor comes at Christmas time? Who? Who comes at Christmas time? Any idea? He has kind of a big belly, and he goes like this, ho, 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 ho. Santa. He might come to visit too. I'm not sure which day. You know, he's very busy right now, right? Okay. We've got beautiful pearls for our mermaid princess right here. Okay, and more pearls. And then it would not be a painting from Wonder Wolf Entertainment if there wasn't lots of sparkles. Okay, so Miss Emmy, you have to pick out a beautiful crown. Can you pick one? Oh, the pink one. Oh, this one. I like that one too. Okay. Oh, it looks so fancy. Are you excited to see? We have to hold it on there for a few minutes. Let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh, I think she's looking very pretty, but I notice she's got a little bit right under here. There we go. All right. Which glitter, Emmy? That one? Okay. Here, chin up, look at me. Oh, yes, you look so lovely. Okay. Whoop. Gotta put a little more on those cheekies. Lots of glitter, lots and lots of glitter. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What do you think? Do you like it? Okay. Very good job, Miss Emmy. All right. You can hop on down and run to your mama, or you can watch. Okay. Who's next? You are. Okay. Eve is next. Miss Eve. Okay, Eve. What are you going to be today?
I want to be a mermaid.
You want to be a mermaid too.
I want to be a mermaid too.
You both want to be mermaids. No unicorns. You changed your minds. Mermaids today. And what is your favorite color?
Green.
Green. You would like to be a green mermaid.
And I
Okay.
want to be a blue mermaid.
A blue mermaid. A green mermaid and a blue mermaid. Oh, it'll be so beautiful. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit different design for them so you guys can see a variety of stuff. But I love to paint fairies and unicorns and mermaids and Spider-Man and Batman and snowmen and holly leaves and lots of fun stuff. Okay. Sit up nice and tall for me. Now, you don't have to be quiet, Miss Eve. You can talk. Chin up. Okay. Close your eyes. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. Bump, bump. All right. Let's see. What do you think about that mermaid? Is she pretty? Yeah, I think that's something we should put on. Let's do some scales, and then we'll put a beautiful mermaid on your face. Do you like this song? Do you need to get your wiggles out? Okay. Chin up. All right. We have to do it nice and quick. Okay. Ooh, so fancy. Look at that. Okay. Now, what color should your mermaid be, do you think? Should she be purple or pink?
Purple.
Purple? Okay, I think that sounds good. Let's see, let's pick a pretty purple.
I want a pretty blue.
Oh yeah, pretty blue? You got it. You got it, princess. Okay, I think this is a nice purple. Ooh, and there's even pink in there. Okay. Oh, what happened? There we go. Actually, let's put her. No, let's put her. We're going to put her on your cheek over here. Ooh, are you okay? Was that surprising? Oh, ooh, pretty. Oh, don't touch. There we go. Okay, now we need some pretty swirls. You look very mermaidy. Chin up. So, some of you may not know this, But I'm also sometimes a mermaid. And I can come in the summertime to your house and swim and do mermaid birthday parties. Did you guys know that about me? That I'm sometimes a mermaid? You knew that? Really? Oh my goodness. Okay. We have to put some little bubbles, right? Because your little mermaid is making some bubbles.
Miss Michelle, how did you learn how to do all this?
Oh, good question. So, I moved to Port Huron from New York City in the fall of 2019. And back in New York, I was a professional dancer and event entertainer. And I worked with a company called Dragonfly Productions. And the genius owner of that company and my agent taught me everything that I know about face painting and balloon twisting. And then with my performance background, I just sort of took it level. And then I moved here and decided I wanted to keep doing that because I missed my friends. And I thought it would be so fun to do here. Okay, we need to pick a jewel. Which jewel is the most mermaidy?
So many choices.
The pink one. Oh, that'll be perfect to match your pink. Uh-oh. Get out of there! No, no! She went flying. There she is. Oh, wasn't the right one. There she is. It's the one. Okay, let's put some glue on it. You excited? Okay.
You must have lots of friends, Miss Michelle.
I do have lots of friends. Okay, let's put a little bit of green glitter. There we go. A little more? Okay.
Always more glitter, right?
Always more glitter. Okay, here we go. What do you think? Is that pretty? Good job, princess. Good job. Now it's you. You've waited so patiently. Uh-oh. Okay. My last princess to paint. Ready? You wanted to be a blue mermaid? Oh my goodness, a blue mermaid. How lovely. Oh. Okay. Okay. Ooh, 5 minutes. We got to make it quick. A quickie quick mermaid. All right. Close your eyes. Oh, we're going to do like this, something different. You're going to be a different mermaid today.
Do you always travel with a suitcase full of really colorful things?
Yes, I do. I do. Sometimes it's a suitcase full of colorful balloons, and other times it's a suitcase full of paints and glitter.
Always glitter.
Or stuff for my dance classes. Okay.
What kind of dance classes do you do? Is it like the belly dancing we had earlier?
No, I teach creative movement and ballet to young dancers, ages 1 to 7.
So I'm too old for that. A little bit.
I teach all the littles. That is my favorite. That is my very most favorite. Okay, let's do this color. You said you liked blue.
Yeah, I
But I think, let's see, what color should we put on top of blue? Should we do, some purple?
Maybe some green.
Green. Okay, you got it, my dear. You got it. I have the perfect thing for you. Okay. Let's have a mermaid swimming, okay? Let's put a pretty mermaid. Right? Right here.
And Miss Michelle, you are a mermaid.
Yes, sometimes. Yes, of course. There is at least one other mermaid that I've seen swimming in the Great Lakes. At least one, yes.
And what color is she?
She is white and silver and gray, and I've seen her swimming. She has long silver hair and a gray fin, and she really loves the cold
I like
water.
blue fin.
You have a blue fin, though. Yes, I have this little mermaid right here.
Perfect.
Okay, now we have to add some beautiful petals for this mermaid. Okay, and let's do pink. And then I want to do one last little thing after I'm done with this princess right here before we move on to the next thing. Okay, because they've sat here so quietly and so nicely, and I thought it would be really fun if they got a chance to do something. Right? Oh, is Emmy still here? Oh, okay. Well, maybe she left. You like pink?
I don't like pink.
Oh, you don't like pink. Oh,
Blue.
you only like, oh my goodness. How about purple or orange? No. Oh my
I like
gosh.
blue.
You like blue. Okay, then we'll do dark blue. How about? Oh dear.
Yeah, I do
Forgive
like
me for
dark
assuming you do like dark blue. Great. Okay.
Christmas time, I want glitter too.
Oh, definitely. You will have glitter. No doubt about it.
So many pretty mermaids here today.
Uh-huh. No unicorn. I thought they wanted unicorns. No unicorns today. That's okay. Mermaids are my other favorite. Okay.
Well, I think these look stupendous.
Close your eyes. There we go. Okay, now we have to add a jewel. Which jewel would you like, my dear?
This one.
Ooh, perfect. A perfect blue jewel. Very good. Okay. Oh, where did my glue go? There she is. Now, let's see.
So these were some pretty fantastic transformations. I don't think they show up even as well on camera as they do
In real life.
right here in living color, as it were.
There we go.
But thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. I know, Miss Michelle, you're a pretty frequent visitor here at the museum and at Discovery City.
I am.
So we're always glad to have you.
Uh-huh. Thank you
And,
very much.
I think we are just about ready to send things back over to Veronica over in the center. So, ladies, again, thank you all so much. I'm so glad you were able to come in and join us.
I had one more thing.
One more thing.
One
All right.
more thing. Foundry, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Winter Wonderland. Check it out on Facebook. It's an amazing exhibit to come through and have some hot cocoa and do crafts. Now, ladies, I got to paint you. I was thinking it might be really fun if you hear me? If you could paint me. Do you want to paint me? Okay, all right. Now you can transition if you would like.
All right.
Okay.
This will be fun. I will want to see where this goes. But yet another great event over at the Foundry. But we're going to send things back over to Veronica while these artists get to work.
All right, thank you, Andrew. We're just going to take a brief moment to thank our sponsors, and then we'll be sure to check back in with Miss Michelle and see how that's going over there. So a word from our sponsor really quick.
Thank you very much, Veronica.
You
This
guys
half
get to
hour
pick
has
one
been
brush.
sponsored by
Here's a brush.
the good people at
Here's
CSL
another brush.
Plasma. You can earn up to $300 per month by donating. What is plasma, you might ask? Plasma is the liquid portion of your blood and is the key ingredient for products crucial to treating patients suffering from a host of life-threatening conditions. Plasma helps create life-saving therapies for people around the world and right here in your neighborhood. Thanks to your plasma donation, people can live healthier, happier lives, so feel good and save life by donating plasma at CSL Plasma Fort Gratiot, saving lives one donation at a time. Visit them online at cslplasma.com. That's cslplasma.com. And the sponsor for our 3 to 4 p.m. hour are the good folks at Bedrock Kitchen and Bath.
All right, thank you very much. I just wanted to go ahead and plug our coffee mugs one more time. Any donation, $50 or more, you get a free limited edition Telethon coffee mug. We appreciate all of the donations that are rolling in. Please keep calling 810-982-0891 or go through our website www.phmuseum.org. And then we'll hand it back to Andrew in just a minute.
Yes, I think we had a little thing from Bedrock, right?
Yes, we have there we go.
When it comes to your countertops, don't trust just a jack-of-all-trades installer. Trust Bedrock Kitchen and Bath, the leading granite and quartz dealer in Michigan and Ontario. Bedrock has installed over 30,000 countertops during their 15 years of business. No one can match their selection with over 500 different color patterns to choose from and over $5 million worth of in-stock inventory. Bedrock Kitchen and Bath, home of the Bedrock Price Guarantee. Call for a free in-home estimate at 888-BEDROCK or visit bedrockgranite.biz for a location near you.
Ahead and give a little rundown of what we've got going on here at the museum. Right now you can see, wrong way, lighthouse behind me. We are currently hosting Discovery City, a local adventure. This exhibit is perfect for kids from 2 to 6 years old. And we are so happy to be working with the city of Port Huron to be able to bring this exhibit, this children's exhibit, to life here within our own Carnegie Center. I'm waiting on a cue from someone else, but please keep those donations coming in. We've got plenty more awesome acts coming up. Stay tuned.
All right, so I'm over here now in our North Gallery with one of my favorite guests today. It is actually my sister. It is one of my own personal heroes. She is one of these frontline, if you couldn't guess her profession already, what do you do, Ellie?
I am a registered nurse. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are so glad. You know, you stepped up at kind of last minute here for us, which we were so appreciative of. You've done years and years and years in kind of the nursing world. You're always the one I go to whenever I get a splinter or a weird-looking boil or something. You're the one I ask because you know what you're doing. You know, you're very good at this. So we thought something that'd be really fun would be to share some holiday health tips because we've got, you know, it is the holiday season after all, right? We're after Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming up. Lots of people go to lots of different Christmas parties. We're right in the middle of another holiday, in the middle of Hanukkah. You know, there are all these different parties you could wind up at, and I think this is a time that could be really make or break for people's health.
Yes, that's right. It's supposed to be a joyous time, but it can also be a stressful time.
All right, well, why don't we trade places? I'll pop around behind because I know you've got a little presentation on some of these tips that could just save you from having like a real miserable holiday season.
That's right. Okay. Hello. Thank you all for watching. Keep donating. First of all, I'd like to address this outfit. I have on a cape that would have been worn by some old-timey nurses. Of course, this is history. That's my brother's thing, but he got me this for graduation. And you might notice my cap here. I have on a nursing cap that was started in the 1800s. Is it okay? And this one actually wouldn't make sense for me to be wearing because this is for new nurses. Brand new nurses would wear white when they were going to nursing school. And then as they went through years, different stripes would be added, navy stripes, horizontal and then vertical. And then when you graduated, you got a new cap with black striping. So that was like a big status symbol, kind of brought nursing together and helped easily identify who was a nurse in the hospital, which is very important as it was like a new career. I'm really glad we don't wear them. I find it very uncomfortable and inconvenient. But they are neat. So there is that. All right. Thank you.
You're like James Brown's entourage.
That's right.
Take the cape.
Thank you. Okay, without further ado, let's survive these holidays. So there's some common stressors that people have during the holidays. So I just would like to address some of them and bring it to light as we head into some maybe parties or different events. So first up, we have financial stress. It's one of the biggest stressors. A lot of people have a budget, and that's the encouraged thing. If you have a budget, just stick to it. You know, don't buy something that you're going to have to keep paying off or something. You know, I find personal gifts are the best, but whatever's in your limit, just try not to financially stress yourself out this holiday with gifts or anything that might be additional. Just you can eliminate that. You can eliminate that. So this whole board is kind of mental health is physical health, and it's important to pay attention to your mental health this holiday. So next up, I have learned to say no. Just say no. It's simple. Sometimes people are going to come in, or there might be too much stress going on, or events that you feel like you have to do or commit to or something like that. And sometimes for you, just say no. You can only do so much. Don't stretch yourself too thin. Next up, I have do not abandon your healthy habits. So I think that with the holidays, a lot of people are traveling or might be in a different situation. Maybe you're like staying at your mom's house or something for the holidays. Make sure if you have a routine and maybe you're exercising, hopefully, and eating healthy or trying to stick with some type of sleep schedule, don't try to throw that out the door just because you're at the holidays. Try to stick with the healthy habits you've already established. Moving on. Take a breather. Feels good. Feels good. Just take a breath. Just calm down for a minute and take time for yourself. I think we all need to take a breath. Which brings me to a good breathing exercise. I'd like you all to pocket away. Maybe you might need this at a holiday party, or maybe you just need it on the daily. And it is called square breathing. Now with me here, I'd like to try an exercise if you're willing. Okay.
We sure are.
Okay. Let's do, so in your head, I want you to imagine a square here. You can close your eyes, you can keep them open. It's all about you. You're going to go ahead and inhale for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. And bring it back down, holding for 4 seconds. I hope I said that right. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. You might need to repeat this a few times. It's great. No one needs to know you're doing it. You can do it in the bathroom. You can do it wherever you need to. Just take a second, reset yourself. And finally, I'm going to come to seeking professional help. There's no shame. Let's destigmatize mental health. I'm an emergency department nurse, so I'm not a mental health nurse, but you know, emergencies happen, and for sure, if you need to reach out to your doctor or friends who can help you, just there's no shame in it, and getting some help if you're feeling a little too anxious or stressed or depressed. Sometimes the holidays are hard. I mean, like I said, it's supposed to be happy, and but it is hard for some people if you're like missing a loved one or maybe not where you want to be. I mean, the pandemic has caused stress. There's a lot of different stressors. So there's no shame in going to get some help or seeking out a doctor, finding someone, and of course, if you need to, absolutely go to an emergency department near you, and they're all trained in mental health resources too, and can get you in contact with someone that you might need help with, so that everyone has a safe and healthy and happy holiday season. So that is what I hope for you. And wash your hands. And that's about it. That's what I got.
You know, I think these are very, very useful tips. I'm really glad, you know, one of them was learn to say no, and I'm really glad you didn't follow your own advice because you agreed to come here.
That's right.
I think this was a real stressor. You could have easily just said no and watched us kind of flail here in the wind, but you didn't. So we are very, very glad for your support of the museum and hopefully your support at home as well. Good reminder, you can call us. We have operators standing by. We, of course, have the website. You can get yourself your nice coffee mug, which you can only get through the telethon today.
Exclusive. Nice.
It is an exclusive. So, you know, holidays you mentioned earlier, parties are kind of something that happens a whole lot during the holiday season.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to... Oh, what?
Did somebody say parties?
Oh?
We did. Well, look at this. As we live and breathe here, because we survived the holidays. Now, we don't want to just survive. We want to thrive. We have... This is Evan Kircher.
Hello, my name is Evan Kircher.
Evan Kircher. So this is younger brother here.
Yeah,
so we are, well, only brother, but also younger brother.
I am younger.
So we're so excited to have you here with us today. Longtime viewers of the telethon, and by that I mean people who were watching this morning, might remember you from our segment on games.
That's right.
You didn't drop the ball.
No. Well, we lost, but...
you made Mom drop the ball.
Correct.
Exactly.
I had the buzzer, the Wombats.
Yeah. I think we all recall the Wombats versus the Blue Sharks.
Yeah, of course.
Classic telethon moments. How could you forget something like that?
Exactly.
So it's really a family affair. So parties, what do we...
Yes.
Boy, this was all hiding behind the health tips and tricks science board.
Little movie magic for you. So I've got 3 recipes here for you today. Ellie, if you want to come up and join me, we can party.
Come on
out.
Hey, everyone likes social interaction is good. Yes.
Perfect. And, you know, while we're all right here, Mom, go ahead and, you could screenshot this a little bit later on for the Christmas picture.
Yeah.
All right. So I will leave you guys to your treats here.
Alrighty. Well, today we're going to start with an orange cranberry mimosa mocktail. So this is completely alcohol-free.
Ooh.
And it's delicious. It's a delicious drink that we have going on. If you could grab the ice from over there.
My pleasure.
Every good drink starts with ice, unless it's hot, of course. So this one is real simple. Everybody likes it. And it starts with a little bit of danger. An orange slice. Okay?
We can really...
Here we go. Get your orange slice, and you want to really get the rim. You want to get the orange on the rim to infuse that orange oil and essence. We'll just do 2 today.
Sure.
And then
Why not 3?
Oh,
no, just 2.
All right. We'll do 3. Anybody who wants
Everyone's going to want them.
That's right.
That's
and what
right.
you can do with this slice, you can just plop it right on there. And what I didn't mention is you want to wash your hands. I've washed my hands.
Yes,
Very important.
it is.
And we will continue on. Ellie, if you want to pop the ice in those glasses.
Of course. Pleasure.
Of course, practicing good knife safety, because because you have an ER nurse on standby,
That's right.
that could be a false sense of security.
Yeah.
So we still want to be very careful.
Lacerations are a common cause of going to the ER over the holidays, so
Lacerations.
stay safe.
All right. And now we're going to start with our orange juice. Every mimosa has orange juice, cocktail or mocktail. We're going to get 1 ounce of orange juice in each of these. A little bit of spillage, but that's all right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now we're moving on to the cranberry. Holiday, everybody loves cranberry. It's a classic combination, cranberry and orange. And this is going to get 2 ounces in each of these. Maybe be a little more careful this time. 1 and 2.
And we have got lots of time, so we'll be real careful.
Right. Sure, of course.
The juice.
That's right. Donate to the museum if you don't want to see Evan spill any more of the juice. Go ahead and call now.
Alrighty. So again, that's 1 ounce in there of orange juice and 2 ounces of cranberry juice. And now, here's where the spice
How many ounces go on the table?
Preferably none.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I did not
Full,
research recipes.
full
so.
disclosure, I'm not a bartender.
You just play one on TV.
That's right.
I'm a former barista, but anyway. Now comes the bubbly. Here we've got Welch's Sparkling Apple Cider. I prefer Martinelli's, but I could not find it at the store. And so we're going to get, oh boy, it's a party. All right. Well, it says 2 ounces, but I'm just going to top it off here. And alternatively, you could do apple cider or
Sprite.
America's favorite Sprite. Lemon Lime Classic.
Would Sierra Mist work?
In an emergency. Okay, we'll fill that up there. Now that's not that one. This is an okay drink. It's looking pretty festive, but we can do better, okay? We're gonna top this drink with some fresh cranberries. Some fresh cranberries right in
Where
there.
do cranberries come from?
Bogs, I believe. They come from bogs.
Did you visit a bog this morning?
I did. These are bog fresh cranberries.
That's what you always strive for in the holidays is bog fresh, right?
Yes.
That's what you're going for.
Cranberries also float, which is just so fun,
And another fun thing
festive.
you could do.
Look at that!
Alrighty.
Color me impressed.
Thank you.
And he didn't choke, so do be careful doing that at home, especially if
course.
you do not have an ER nurse
Of
on
course.
standby. Where does choking lie on ER visits between like above or below lacerations?
Below,
It's in there?
usually, yeah.
Okay.
It's in there.
Fun fact, that was my first cranberry. First one. Alright, so now we're going to add a little bit of spice to this drink.
Didn't eat me out in the bog.
A cinnamon stick. We'll give it a little swirl and really add that Christmas holiday touch for all holidays and the wintertime.
Good. And it's
one
good for
each.
kids. It's good for adults.
Good for kids.
It's
good
a
for adults.
mocktail.
This is delicious. And we're not done. To finish it off, we're going to put in a sprig of rosemary. Now this is fancy. We're high class here.
What is rosemary?
It's an herb. It's an herb that grows in the ground. So what you want to do with the
Available
rosemary,
wherever ground is found.
of course, you want to kind of bruise it up and release its oils and essence, and then we can just plop it right down in there. Go ahead. Did you want to join in?
Sure.
Sorry, I realize I've done all this, but
No, that's good.
please.
I can't wait to use
Great.
this at my
Bruise-
next holiday
and
party.
you know what? Rosemary on your hands.
Yeah, that
smells like
smells
Thanksgiving,
delicious.
if you
Yeah.
ask me.
You know, I think bruising anything really brings out its essence.
Truly.
It's true.
Wow,
Well-
that looks good.
What do you say, brothers? Shall we try this cranberry orange mimosa?
She's your sister, but okay.
Of course. Cheers.
There's so many garnishes I was having trouble.
Yeah. The garnishes are worth it, though.
That makes me want to donate to the museum.
It really does. Puts you in a giving mood.
That's right.
It's true. If Christmas is about nothing else, it's about giving to your local nonprofits, including the Port Huron Museum's a 501c3, which you can do through our website, phmuseum.org, or by calling us at 810-982-0891. Operators are standing by. We went through a lot of trouble to set up a phone bank, have a lot of operators on standby. We would love to take your call. In fact, one of the things I'm looking to Veronica, not to throw you a curveball, but I think we have some special gifts, and this might be a good time to give one of those away from our friends over the St. Clair County Genealogical and History Society. So I think we can maybe make the executive decision, because we're going
Yes.
to do this maybe a little bit earlier. Maybe, 1 second while we reset here, let's throw it over to Veronica, and she can give you the details on this very special offer we have here.
Yes, thank you, Andrew. All right, so here we go. The next person who calls gets a free research inquiry from the St. Clair County Genealogical and History Society. And that includes a 1-year membership, a 1 simple query, and 3 hours of research assistance. So next person who calls, and go. Oh, the phone number is 810-982-0891, and you can just go ahead and press 0. 810-982-0891. Our phone bank is waiting for your call. That is the next person who calls gets a free research inquiry from the St. Clair County Genealogical and History Society. That means 1 year membership, 1 simple query, and 3 hours of genealogical research assistance. Oh, and I think we got a call. I'm going to run over this way and see if I can sneak the name off of this. You're going to come along with me? You're going to at least turn and view me.
Well, hold on. Maybe we won't do that because we do not want to upset
That's okay.
any of the technology here.
All right, and we got Jason Klinesticker. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. Boy, that was a nice try. All right, so Jason has won the research inquiry from St. Clair County Genealogical and History Society. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. All right, and now I'm going to switch back over here, making Lear do some awesome work. Thank you, Lear. Yep, you're good. And we're about ready to head it back over to the Kirchers.
A quarter-hour ad?
Yeah, we can do our sponsor ad, the Bedrock. Cool. All right, Lear is our magic man over here, so really appreciate everything he's doing.
When it comes to your countertops, don't trust just a jack-of-all-trades installer. Trust Bedrock Kitchen and Bath, the leading granite and quartz dealer in Michigan and Ontario. Bedrock has installed over 30,000 countertops during their 15 years of business. No one can match their selection with over 500 different color patterns to choose from and over $5 million worth of in-stock inventory. Bedrock Kitchen and Bath, home of the Bedrock Price Guarantee. Call for a free in-home estimate at 888-BEDROCK or visit bedrockgranite.biz for a location near you.
All right. Again, big thank you to Bedrock. Now through some Hollywood magic, it's like we never spilled anything on the table at all. We're back to a clean slate
Spilled a
here.
lot.
So thank you again. I am here with
Evan Kircher.
Evan Kircher and Ellie,
Ellie.
my siblings who have joined us today. We've talked a little bit about some health tips, and we have some cooking tips. Now, we made some great mocktails. What's next? We got a lot here on the table.
Next one, we got something for the kids. We've got cookies. Who doesn't love cookies?
I heard Santa really likes these.
Santa's big fan of these cookies. Now we're gonna do these candy cane cookies. You can make a whole dough. I went to the store and just bought sugar cookie dough. But the real magic is in the way you form them. So if you siblings want to help me out, or just Ellie?
Sure.
Well,
I'll watch.
sure, of course.
I'll watch and judge.
Yeah. You want to have clean hands, of course.
Yep.
And what you want to do, we're looking for this. This is a candy cane, and we're looking for the striped and the arch. So
Those are the two things that candy canes are known for.
Correct.
Got
So what
the
you
hook
do with
and
the
the
dough
stripes.
is you roll it out into a little worm here. You get a little slug going of each color.
It's really what I like when I think of my Christmas candy is slugs.
Yeah,
That's
get
right,
your kids
that's right.
involved and
Of course, this is a
just
fun
do
time
this.
in the kitchen.
It costs very little.
Yeah, it's just, and you want to add food coloring to the red one. That's how I got it red. It's the same dough, but this one's red.
Okay.
So once you have your little worm,
Uh-huh.
what you can do is you take the two worms and you kind of intertwine them like a DNA strand or like a barbershop pole or like a candy cane.
Like a
Okay?
twist here?
Yeah, like a twist there.
Okay.
That's looking
Oh.
good. You got to be careful. That's okay. We can still salvage
Okay,
that.
okay.
So once I have it like this, you kind of roll it in your hands, get it all one worm.
This is in real time, people.
Real time, absolutely. Okay.
They are now combined. That is inseparable. You
We've
could
got
not
a
get
striped worm,
Uh-huh.
and now you want to set it on the baking sheet in a candy cane shape. You just curve it on over there, and boom, that's a candy cane cookie dough if I've ever seen one.
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to make sure you don't make them too big. I had that mistake. I had giant candy canes, a little too large. But this is about the perfect size. It's maybe 4 inches long. Excellent. And I think we have some that are already made. Andrew has brought some.
Oh, I'm glad you made these, because
Yeah.
I've been eating them.
Now
Oh,
with
yeah, I
movie
did make those.
magic,
Here are the baked candy cane cookies. Now what you can do,
Santa's gonna love these, you guys.
Santa's gonna love them. You could add sprinkles. You could really just do whatever you
I
want
think-
to them. Yeah.
You got one. One sprinkle landed on that cookie.
Well, maybe you could do it while they're still dough, and then they would bake in. And so yeah, let's get these. These are the candy cane cookies. They're really good and delicious.
You're the health expert. 5-second rule is that
5-second rule is good.
They're good.
Watch your
heard
sugar intake.
You heard it
Watch
here
your sugar
first.
intake this season.
You can eat sugar cookies off the floor. She's a real nurse. She said it.
All right.
So, all right. So we made the cookies.
Yep.
We had a mocktail.
Yeah.
It's getting late into the evening,
boy.
right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I see there's still yet some more supplies
There's a little something left
on
for
the table.
For the adults, 21 plus, please. Let me ask you something. You like sugar cookies? Do you
Loved
like,
them.
Do you like Snickerdoodles?
Love them.
Okay. I am a big fan of Snickerdoodles.
They're like sugar cookies plus.
Right, with the cinnamon sugar.
It's a
delicious.
premium sugar cookie, if anything.
Thank you.
If anything, the sugar cookie is a poor man's Snickerdoodle.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So what we're going to do here is make a Snickerdoodle Martini.
Ooh.
Ooh.
21 and
all
up,
right.
please.
21 only, please. 21 and up. So what you want to start with the Snickerdoodle cookie, Martini, is rim the glass of the Martini. Here's our Martini glasses, and here's a little trick for doing that. You want to put the caramel, I've got caramel here, put it right down on the plate, get a big
lot of caramel.
plate of caramel, and you take the glass upside down, all on the rim there. It's sitting in the pool of caramel, okay?
That is
Boom.
well rimmed.
Thank you. That is a nice,
Now you could do this with your new I Heart Port Huron Museum's mug.
that's true.
So it doesn't just have to be the martini glass. Really,
Any glass you could,
anything with an open top and
Yeah.
closed on the other end.
yeah, you could dip in caramel here. And now we're going to have a light dusting of cinnamon sugar on top. Of course, no Snickerdoodle is complete without the cinnamon sugar.
And that's going to stick right in the caramel.
Correct. Right in the caramel, and then you've got a nice lip when you take your drink.
Bam.
Now, speaking of drinks, let's get into it. We're going to start in our martini, or no, in the shaker here. We're going to start with some cream.
About
A
how much?
bold choice.
Yep. This is a Snickerdoodle creamy cookie martini. Recipe says about a cup of cream. About a cup of cream here. So we're going to put that in the mixer.
All right.
Now we want to add our ice. Have a nice cool drink. Okay. And now here's what you all came for, the adults in the room. Here I have Smirnoff Kissed Caramel Vodka. I'm sure any caramel vodka would do. This is the one I have. And we're going to do 2 ounces. 2 ounces of that right into the shaker. Be a little more careful with this one.
Well, there we go.
There's one.
Is this what they mean with holiday spirits?
Certainly.
I think so. Not as careful on the second one, but that's okay.
That's all right. Okay. And now I'm going to add a little touch, a little pepper of cinnamon sugar right into the glass. Now we put the top on. Ellie, would you do the honors?
Now this is just like James Bond, right? It is
Correct.
shaken.
Not stirred. Excellent.
I don't know if there's ever been a Christmas-themed Bond movie.
Yet?
Not yet,
Not
but maybe
yet.
in the next one.
They're looking for a new Bond. James Bond, I'm here. The people of James Bond. All right.
Eon Productions, I
Yeah.
think is who you're.
Okay.
Here we've got the, and now we're going to strain it out into our martini glass.
Look at that. It looks almost like eggnog.
It does. It's a very creamy, viscous, delicious holiday drink.
And that is, I guess you don't walk around with that one at the party.
No, that's
Because
a full
you are,
martini.
you're just full.
And to top it?
And to top it, there's a little bit of, yes, get that in there. A cinnamon stick.
Careful.
Cinnamon stick.
There you go.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a Snickerdoodle Martini. And you know what? Add a little.
Do you have any tips from the barista world about topping one of those off? You did say bop bop bop.
Correct.
Is that necessary?
You don't necessarily have to add the sound effects. I do.
It helps.
Yeah, and optionally you could put whipped cream on top. I seem to have forgotten that here,
Oh.
but that's okay.
It's okay, you got the heaven cream inside,
We got the
right?
heavy
Yeah.
cream. the
That's
creamy
plenty.
and
That's
up.
plenty.
Now, who wants to drink it?
Well, we could obviously
All
invite
right.
out.
Yeah, come on.
Come on out. Come on out. We
Come
got
on. Our very
one more special guest.
Our mom.
Let's give it up
Come
for
on
Chris
here.
Kircher. We wouldn't be here without her in a very literal way.
Yeah. Alrighty, get on in here.
Yep, step on over. You
Yeah,
got that.
and be very,
Very
careful.
It's very
And
full.
there's caramel on the rim there.
So you got it all over your fingers.
Kind of
They're
Okay.
sticky.
Maybe split that into two. Okay.
How's it
What do you
taste?
think?
Oh.
Very good. Very good.
Very
All
good.
right.
All
There you
right.
have it. So,
Take this back with
I think to review all this, we've gotten some great tips to survive. We've gotten some great tips to
Creamy.
thrive.
Yes.
I think from all of us, we do have the whole Kircher clan right here. So from all of us to all of you, happy Hanukkah, very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the whole season. Of course, give generously here to the Port Huron
Yes.
Museum. We got 3 of these people are not being paid to be here today.
We're not.
So
We're not?
we are. We'll talk about it in the car. So we really encourage all of you to find the opportunity to give out to Port Huron museums. And honestly, the other thing to think about, because I think we have just a minute or two left here. The thing I want to plug is becoming a member. Become a museum member. We keep talking about giving and donating to the museum, and that's always great. We will absolutely take it. If you want to drive by and throw gold cougarans out the door, go for it. We will take it. But the other thing to have in your mind is becoming a museum member. One of the things we offer is actually a family membership. So you really are getting
Perfect.
something out of this, and it's a great gift to give as well. I know we've been talking, I think, between all of us. None of us have any idea what we want to give each other. We all have all the stuff that we could want for Christmas. So museum memberships make for a great Christmas present. It's a great opportunity, so you can call, turn that donation today into the purchase of a membership. Yes, so we have all 4 sites that belong to our museum. Of course, today we are focusing on Discovery City. You're going to see a little bit later on, we're going to give a tour to, I think, the jolly old elf himself. But Port Huron Museums has 4 sites. We, of course, have the Carnegie Center here. We have the Thomas Edison Depot Museum, the Huron Lightship, and the Fort Gratiot Light Station. And with a museum membership, you get discounts on all of the museum stores. You get into all of those sites as many times as you want during the year for free, and you would get early bird chances to buy tickets, discounted tickets to events and programs. So that's a great opportunity. So if you're, maybe you're in the festive mood, you want to buy something, but you're not feeling, you haven't been visited by 3 ghosts recently, and you're not ready to just donate, right? I get it. I'm there with you. I feel you. But instead of just donating, buy a membership. You're getting something out of it, and so much can happen in the next year, and so much is going to happen over the course of the next year. We have many different fun things planned at all of our sites, especially, the summer museum members get a great deal on our trolley tours throughout the year. We're going to be adding some new trolley tours. I don't think we've told anyone about it officially yet, but I think there's going to be a More Murder, More Mayhem tour, a second Murder Mayhem. It's our most popular tour. And a Prohibition-themed bar crawl tour.
right.
So I think maybe we'll have to take on that little trip. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So museum membership, it's available on our website, phmuseum.org. They can hook you up if you give us a ring, and we can help you out with the gift for someone special in your life to really make things count. It really helps us out here at the museum as well. So while we love the gifts, we love the donations, we want you to get something out of it more than just the satisfaction that you're a good person and donated to a museum. And I think with that, we're going to toss things back over to Veronica out in the center ring.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for plugging the memberships there. I just want to throw out that any donation, $150 or more, does get a free membership today only. So really appreciate that. Be sure to buy a membership, donate today. That number again is 810-982-0891. Give us a call. Visit our website, www.phmuseum.org. We have a word from our sponsors.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Veronica. Again, the sponsor for this hour, Bedrock Kitchen and Bath. You saw their beautiful commercials that were probably better than just my silly reading of commercials. So thank you to Bedrock Kitchen and Bath and all our sponsors supporting the Port Huron Museum's telethon today. Coming up, our sponsor will be for Tri-County Equipment, sponsoring a half day of our telethon today, so special thank you. Tri-County Equipment is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in southeastern Michigan. Tri-County Equipment can help you get the equipment you need, from tractors to ATVs, from snow blowers, good time to get one, to used equipment. Tri-County Equipment is your one-stop shop, and right now, Tri-County Equipment is offering free home delivery on select John Deere models. So for a full list, visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com. For help with all your equipment needs, depend on Tri-County Equipment. Click tricountyequipment.com.
Awesome, great, thank you very much. Just wanted to take a quick note to introduce our next segment. We've got Raven Creatives from the Raven Cafe, and Lear's gonna go ahead and take it away.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more." Distinctly I remember it was the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. 'Tis this and nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened the door. Darkness there and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, Lenore? This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, Lenore. Merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see, then, what there it is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis a wind, nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter when, with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with the mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door. Perched upon a bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. Perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance that it wore. Thou thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, art sure no craven. Ghastly, grim, and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's plutonium shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear such discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little reverence bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing a bird above his chamber door. Bird or beast, upon the sculpted bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, nevermore.
She was a maiden of rarest beauty, and not more lovely than full of glee. And evil was the hour when she saw and loved and wedded the painter. He, passionate, studious, austere, and having already a bride in his art, she, a maiden of rarest beauty, and not more lovely than full of glee, all lights and smiles and frolicsome as the young fun, loving and cherishing all things, hating only the art, which was her rival, dreading only the palette and brushes, and other untoward instruments which deprived her of the countenance of her lover. It was thus a terrible thing for this lady to hear the painter speak of his desire to portray even his young bride. But she was humble and obedient, and sat meekly for many weeks in the dark, high turret chamber, with the light dripped upon the pale canvas only from overhead. But he, the painter, took glory in his work, which went on from hour to hour, and from day to day. And he was a passionate and wild and moody man, who became lost in reveries, so that he would not see that the light which fell so ghastly in that lone turret withered the health and the spirits of his bride, who pined visibly to all but him. Yet she smiled on and still on, uncomplainingly, because she saw that the painter, who had high renown, took a fervid and burning pleasure in his task, and wrought day and night to depict her who so loved him, yet who grew daily more dispirited and weak. And in sooth, some who beheld the portrait of its resemblance in low words, as of a mighty marvel, and approved not
sang with a loud voice, "This is indeed life itself," and turned suddenly to regard his beloved. She was dead. Right now, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 450. Oh, hi. How's the location? Beautiful like me, right? It's beautiful like you. I'm Sada from the Raven Cafe, and today we're gonna learn how to make our famous tomato basil bruschetta. We'll start by prepping the veggies. Got some nice tomatoes here. We core them ahead of time. Easiest way, I find best tomato cut in half and then slice it like this. Forget my knife. Need to trip to the west like that. Next thing, you're gonna take your green onions. These ones are easy. You can do most of them at the same time. Bottoms off. Find the outermost leaf that you can and peel it off like that. We're going to right to where it stops being cashew marinated roasted bell peppers as far as veg prep goes. Now these guys usually come in a can. These guys